Hello, I'm Rick from Customer Support. Welcome to our video tour and tutorial. It's a guided tour through the various features and functions of this B4 Worldview training course. We're starting our tour on the main page of the student user interface, which is also what we call the main UI. Just a little background on the course. This course is divided into 9 sessions. Each session consists of several video lessons. The videos play in this window right here. At the end of each of the video lessons, there's an opportunity for you to respond in the box at the bottom of the page, which is right here. Typically, it will take you about an hour or an hour and a half to complete each session if you progress at the typical rate through the lessons. But it's important to remember this is not a timed exercise, so there's no reason for you to hurry through the lessons. As a matter of fact, the more time you take to think about, review, and reflect on the material presented, the more benefit you'll get from this training. So feel free to take your time. All right, so continuing with our overview of the student user interface, we begin right here with the key thought for today's session. This is sort of the ultimate key concept and learning objective for the current lesson. So we encourage you to think about what's written in this space and use it to provide context for everything taught in the current lesson. Again, the main focus is the video window. In this window, your instructor presents the course content in an audio narrative with a video multimedia presentation designed to reinforce the main concepts of instruction. And then right below the video window is a scrollable text window. If you prefer words over the multimedia presentation, you can read them in this scrollable text window as the instructor presents it in the audio. These words are also available for you to copy and paste any or all portions of what the instructor is saying into your student notebook for later reference, if you like. We'll talk more about the student notebook later. As we said, here at the bottom of the page is the user interaction window. This bottom window is where you'll interact with the system. In this window, you'll be asked questions, which you can answer after you've completed watching the video lesson. So let's talk a little bit more about the video window. As the video plays, feel free to pause it and rewind. Or pause it and examine the text of what the instructor has just said. And again, where is that text? Right down here in the scrollable text window. So let's say you're not quite getting what the instructor means when she says something in the video. You might want to look it up in the scrollable text window and then highlight it, copy it, and paste it into your student notebook. Again, welcome to, if you like, highlight certain portions or add your own notes when you're in here. And you'll want to make sure after you make a note that you save it. And then we're going to return back to the main window here. Now back to the main UI, and let's talk a little bit more about the user interaction window. Usually, this window will contain a single multiple choice question that follows from the lesson in the video. What we want you to do is read the question, think about it, and select the best answer from the choices provided. Sometimes the answer you want to give is not presented in this list of possible answers. In that case, please just pick whichever answer is closest to the one you'd like to give. Remember, no one will ever see your particular answers and know that they were your answers. The system keeps statistics on the aggregate group responses, but it does not report your particular answers to anyone. So in this way, we protect your anonymity. And that's important to you, and be assured your anonymity and privacy are very important to us also. Sometimes instead of a question down here in the user interaction window, there will just be a single link to click on when you finish watching and thinking about the video. And remember, this is not a timed event. You'll get more out of this course if you spend time thinking about and maybe reviewing the video lessons before you click on that link. And one more thing, occasionally in this window, it will contain a link to a multiple question survey. When you click on the link and then answer the questions that appear in the survey window, which will appear after you click the link. When you finish with the survey, click the submit button and you'll be taken to the next video lesson in the session. And keep in mind, your answers will be kept confidential. Now that we've covered the most important parts of our user interface, let me take you on a brief tour of the rest of it. Here in the upper left corner of the UI, you'll notice your username is displayed in this box here. And just below that, there's the progress bar, which shows you what % of the current session you've completed. So in this case, Jared Hendricks is the current user, and he's 5% of the way completed with session 1. Then next below the progress bar in the left margin is the link to this video tutorial, tour and tutorial. We assume you already found this and clicked it, or else you wouldn't be watching this tour and tutorial. But if you ever want to come back and watch it again, or maybe just some portion of it, this link is always available for you. When you're finished watching the tutorial, you can get back to the lesson you left off on by doing any one of 3 things. You can click on this link marked exit this and return to previous page, which appears here on the menu. Or you can click on the icon in the upper right hand corner that says return to previous page. Or at the bottom of the page in the user interaction window, you can click on this link that says exit this and return to previous page. So any one of these will get you back to where you left off in the previous lesson. Now let's talk about the help system. The help system can be accessed from this link in the left margin of the main UI. So when I click on the link to the help system, it opens another window and presents the help system, like this. Here in the help system, there are several different facilities. First, you'll notice the main help system window here. Right here in the main help system window is a listing of the latest posts from tech support and customer service. These will usually be fairly new items that have recently come to our attention that might be of interest to you. Each item in this window will show the date it was posted by our support team, and they'll all be listed in the most recent at the top. You can scroll down through this window to see earlier postings. Then, of course, there's a link also in the help system to the video tutorial. We list it here again, in addition to it being listed in the main UI, because we expect that this will be a popular help facility. Then below that is the FAQ. This is a listing of the most frequently asked questions and their answers. When you click this link, you're taken to a separate page containing the questions that we get most often from our students, along with the answers that our faculty and support staff have given. Next is a brief set of how-to instructions for starting and maintaining a student notebook. There's nothing really tricky about this. You just open a file in whatever application you want to keep notes in, such as Microsoft Word or Apple Pages or Google Docs or whatever else you might want to use to keep notes in. You'll have to make sure that you create a student notebook file and make sure it's open when you want to write to it or copy and paste from the text in the course. One important word of advice: please remember to save it every time you make a new entry so you won't end up losing any notes you make during the session when you log off. Then returning back to the main help system, the next link below is a description of the purpose and function of every component and facility in this learning environment. This could be useful to you if you just need a brief refresher on the purpose and function of all the different aspects of what's available to you here in the B4W View learning environment. Then next down is a page that gives you the ability to report via email any bugs, or ask instructors questions, or ask the technical support people questions, or the customer service staff people questions, or even an opportunity to go to the user discussion blog and have discussions with other students, and sometimes instructors and our staff will enter into those discussions. So you can enter it either from the contact page or from the help system menu from this link here. The very last link in the left margin of the help system will exit the help system and return you to the lesson that you were on before you entered the help system. Now you can get there this way, or again you can get back to the lesson you're on by clicking this icon in the upper right, or by clicking this link in the user interaction window. So now that we're back in the main UI, the link in the left margin that is right below the help system is the privacy policy link. This is a legal statement of our privacy policy, which is our promise to you to safeguard the confidentiality of all your answers. If you don't mind, I'm just going to take a moment to read the top concept statement here, because we think it's important for you to understand that we are committed to protecting your privacy. So our privacy policy is our promise to you to safeguard the confidentiality of your answers. We need you to be honest in your answers and we know you value your privacy, and we want you to know that we also value your privacy. No one is ever going to see your name attached to your particular answers. Only if you request in writing for us to do so will we release your answers to you, and then you can give them to whomever you want. In the normal operation of this website, we record your answers and add them anonymously to an aggregate group for the purpose of analyzing how the entire group is progressing. But we do not report how any particular named individual in that group is progressing. So in this way, your answers are kept strictly confidential. Now we return back to the main UI, and below the privacy policy link in the left margin is the link to an explanation of what the intended purpose is of this course. In short, a person's worldview is a subconscious thing that's invisible to us. And this course is a self-discovery exercise to help you better understand your own worldview. We want to help you understand the role that worldview plays and how you make sense of the things that happen to you in your life. The more you understand about your particular worldview, and the more you understand about others' worldviews, the better informed you'll be to come closer to realizing your full potential and enjoying a fuller life. And then next down the list of the links in the left margin is the Contact Us link. Well, we've already seen this because it's also a link in the help system, so I won't go through this again. But you can know that you can click the Contact Us link from either the main UI or the help system. Now let's look at the Log Off link. The last link on the bottom of the left margin is a link to click on when you want to log off. When you want to log off, you can do so in one of three ways. You can click this link, or you can click the Log Off icon in the upper right-hand portion of your screen, or you can just close your browser that's running the course and you'll automatically be logged off. Well, that concludes our tour. We hope you found this guided tour helpful. For your quick reference in the future, you may find it helpful to copy and paste into your notebook any or all portions of the text from the scrolling text window below. One last thing, when you clicked on the link to get you to this tutorial, you are on a particular lesson. When you're ready to return to that lesson, click on the link below and it will take you to where you left off. Thank you for watching this tutorial.